Welcome, everyone, to our Wednesday devotional. I hope each of you are doing well as this COVID-19 stay at home crisis continues. I hope that you are following all the CDC guidelines. I hope you are looking out for others to the best you can, checking on those. And I know all of us by now have been made aware of people we know, either ourselves directly or family members who have experienced this virus, and it's certainly something to not take lightly. It's something to pray about and to do all that we can to help spread much love, as hopefully the virus will not spread any longer. But where are you going to go? What's the first place you're going to go after this stay-at-home order has been lifted? As I think about the places that I'm going to want to go, including to the church building with pews that have people in it, and as opposed to just preaching to empty pews, wanting to get back to the seeing everybody. I can't wait to get back to the ball field, to watch my kiddos play, and to do a little bit of coaching as well. I think about some of the restaurants that I want to go and eat at, and that's something we enjoy doing. And who knows, maybe even try to salvage a vacation of some sort sometime later this year. And as I think about all the places I want to go, I remember this classic by Dr. Seuss, "Oh, the Places You'll Go." Most of the time you get this as a gift, or you read it around some type of graduation, but congratulations, Dr. Seuss writes. Today is your day. We're imagining the stay-at-home order has been lifted and we can go anywhere that we want. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. Well, surely we'll use some wisdom and knowledge about the places we're going to go. I've been thinking a lot lately about Noah. And he was, as you know, a man that had found grace in the eyes of the Lord. The account of Noah is found in Genesis chapters 6 through 9. And Noah was living faithfully, even though everyone else around him was not. And Noah gets word that the Lord is going to the Lord's going to destroy the earth with a flood. And Noah is given an opportunity to build an ark, and Noah and his wife and his three sons and their wives, the 8 of them, were allowed to go on that ark. And you may wonder, well, how long was Noah on the ark? How long was that stay-at-home order? Well, that wasn't too tough of an order to follow. If you're not in that ark, you're going to be flooded. Your life would certainly, you wouldn't survive that flood. But Noah and his family were on the ark for a long time. We know that it rained 40 days and 40 nights, but if you read through Genesis 7, 8, and chapter 7 and 8, it's likely that Noah and his family were on the ark for over a year. That's a long time, and I often wondered what Noah he thought about. Oh, the places we will go. What are we going to do? Where are we going to go. And I would imagine that those days on the ark probably felt like years. It probably felt like it would never end. During that 40 days of raining, it probably felt like it would never stop raining. During the days afterward, as far as waiting for the waters to go down, it probably felt like those waters would never go down, but you maintain hope and you try to figure out, okay, once we can leave home, once we can get out of this ark, where are we going to go, and what are we going to do? And as I think about Noah finally being able to leave the ark, the Bible talks about how he had gone and built an altar to the Lord, and he worshiped, and that's a good thing. The Bible also talks about after getting off the ark that the Lord had established his covenant and made that great promise to Noah and the descendants, and a part of that promise including sending the rainbow as a reminder that God will never again flood the earth, and all of that was good. They received the command to be fruitful and multiply, and that was all good. But after that stay-at-home order was lifted and Noah he's doing a couple of good things, the Bible talks about how he went out and became a farmer. I've had thoughts about that, but it still hasn't happened yet. I know you're wondering. But he was a farmer, but the Bible says that he got, and this is Genesis chapter 9, that he got drunk on wine as a result of, I suppose, some of the things going on that as far as and the situation there. And I don't know what all was going on in Noah's mind, but and quite frankly, I don't even know exactly what all is meant in Genesis 9 as far as the nakedness of Noah, the sons coming in and seeing his nakedness and covering him up, and then of course more hurt feelings and upset feelings. And all I know is that the Lord wasn't happy with any of that. It's a very bizarre, rather sad ending. You think about all the good that Noah had done in chapter 6 through 8, and I know that wasn't the last moment of his life, but it's the last story, if you will, of an event that occurred in the life of Noah. And I don't think Noah had in his mind that one of the places he would go after getting off the ark was a place of intoxication. Who knows? But he got drunk, and there were some things going on, and it wasn't a righteous sight by any means. And I wish there was a better ending to this account of the flood, but it goes to show us that good people, faithful people, when they finally get a little bit of freedom, they may end up going down a road or going down one of those streets, as Dr. Seuss said, that may not be filled with much wisdom. Some of you I know are reading the Proverbs, and I am as well. And yesterday in the chapter 7 of Proverbs, the Bible talks about the immoral woman. Proverbs 7 verse 5, the immoral woman, and how we are to wise man is trying to get us to stay away from this immoral woman who from the seductress who flatters with her words. Verse 6, for at the window of my house I looked through my lattice, and saw among the simple, I perceived among the youths, a man devoid of understanding, passing along the street near the corner, and he took the path to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And there a woman met him, with the attire of a harlot and a crafty heart. She was loud and rebellious. Her feet would not stay at home. At times she was outside, at times in the open square, lurking at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him with an impudent face. He said to him, I have peace offerings with me today. I have paid my vows. So I came out to meet you diligently to seek your face, and I have found you. I have spread my bed with tapestry, colored coverings of Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him and will come home on the appointed day. With her enticing speech, she caused him to yield. With her flattering lips, she seduced him. The Bible goes on to say in verse 24, Now therefore listen to me, my children. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths. For she has cast down many wounded, and all who were slain by her were strong men. Her house is the way to hell, descending to the chambers of death. Where are you going to go when this stay-at-home order has been lifted? There's an old saying or something that goes something to the effect of, if you struggle with a certain type of sin, you need to stay away from that place altogether. Don't even put yourself in that situation. And it may be the case that some folks with this COVID-19 have been able to avoid certain temptations because they can't even go to that place. It's not even accessible. But what are you going to do when you can at some point go anywhere that you want? What streets are you going to take? What roads are you going to take? And this immoral woman, and I think about Proverbs 7, can be connected to any type of immorality, not just some type of promiscuous infidelity of sorts, but immorality. It looks good, it tastes good, it feels good, it smells good. Everything is seems to be wonderful about it. But those roads or those paths that lead to immorality are going to at some point result in our destruction. And you may be thinking about some type of immorality that you're currently stuck in right now, and you're trying to figure out the road to get out. You're looking for the escape, and it may seem so overwhelming that you may even said, I'm so far into this, I don't even know if there's any way out. There's no path. There's no street. I'm at this dead end of immorality, and there's no way out. The Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 17 talks about how there's no temptation that we will ever experience. There's no sinful situation that we will ever experience that does not have a way out. There's always an escape. There's always a pathway that leads back to the Lord's. So where are you going to go? Dr. Seuss says there's a whole lot of places we can go. Some streets that will lead to wisdom as a result of wisdom, others not so much. There's immorality lurking in the town squares. And are we going to be one that has the faith and the wisdom to, once we have that freedom, to go wherever we want to go? Are we going to go search out for more immorality? Or are we going to go and search for more righteousness? I don't suppose Noah ever really intended to get drunk and have this shameful episode of nakedness in his life. But what I do know is that our God is a forgiving God, that we can find grace in his eyes, even though we're not perfect. He still loves us, and he always will give us a route. He will always give us a way of escape. Thank you for being with us this evening, and if there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know. But God loves you, the Church of Christ loves you, and I love you as well.